Welcome to Brainpop News. Few scientists are household names, but our next guest is. You've probably seen Dr. Anthony Fauci in the news lately. He's the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. That makes him one of the federal government's top advisors for the coronavirus pandemic. He also heads a team of government researchers who are working on a vaccine. Dr. Fauci has been a leading voice in public health since the 1980s. Back then, they took on the HIV and AIDS epidemic. He convinced the government to take it seriously and invest millions of dollars in research. Today, people with HIV can live long, productive lives, thanks in large part to those efforts. Dr. Fauci has advised every president since Ronald Reagan. His expertise was critical in the responses to the 2003 SARS epidemic, the 2009 swine flu, and the Ebola outbreak in 2014. Today, he's here to tell us more about the latest challenge we're facing. Dr. Fauci, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Being a kid during a global pandemic is pretty overwhelming. Is there anything we kids can do to help get the COVID outbreak under control?
Well, kids are part of the team of people who are trying to protect each other. So we've got to be in this all together. You want to wear a mask if you're old enough to wear it, and you can keep it on. Okay, kids, take a look. So you wear a mask. The next thing is you stay, if possible, and this is tough, because you got a lot of friends. You want to keep physical distance to the extent you can, and you want to wash your hands as often as you can, and don't touch your face or your nose or your mouth. That's not easy to do, but if you concentrate on it, you'll get used to it.
Can kids convince their parents and other adults to follow the guidelines?
Parents listen to their children. If they come home and say, Mom, Dad, I was told by Dr. Fauci that you should be wearing a mask, you should be physically distant, 6 feet or more, and you shouldn't hang out in crowds. So if you're thinking about going out to this crowded place tonight, do me a favor, Mom and Dad, stay home and let's do something at home together and not get out into crowds.
I've read that one of your daughters teaches elementary school. Has she shared with you any questions her students have asked about COVID?
So the questions the kids ask is, can I get infected? And the answer is yes. Overwhelmingly, most of the time, the infection is either without any symptoms or very, very minor compared to older people. The next question is, can I transmit it to my mother or my father? And the answer is yes. And that's the reason why when we go back to school, your teachers and your health officials are going to try as best as possible to protect you from getting infected. When a vaccine comes along, and we will get a vaccine probably by the end of this year, the beginning of 2021, and if the vaccine proves to be safe and effective, we all should get vaccinated. I know I'm going to get vaccinated when we get a vaccine. So we should make sure we protect everyone by getting a vaccine.
Can you explain a little about how a vaccine works?
With a vaccine, what you want is you want the body to see a part of the virus that induces in it a response to ultimately protect you. Now, when you get infected, you can get sick or you can get mild symptoms. But when you recover because the body did something to get rid of the virus. It made what's called an antibody, which is a protein that when it sees the virus, it attacks the virus. So when we make a vaccine, we've got to mimic natural infection, but we don't want to make you get infected. We want to do something that's really safe so that your body will make all of these antibodies, but it won't need to get sick.
So, you've said that a vaccine is what will end this pandemic. But that can only happen if the vast majority of people trust the science behind them. In all your years as a public health official, have you seen a shift in how people view science?
Unfortunately, yes. It's shifting in the wrong direction, in that there has been an anti-science attitude that is not only unfortunate, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because science is the pursuit of knowledge, of truth. And if you fashion your actions based on misinformation, it could be dangerous to you and dangerous to society. So I would encourage all the children, that even though there's a pushback on science from some people, that is not a good direction to follow.
What gives you hope that we're going to get through this?
What gives me hope is the resiliency of the American spirit, or the spirit of all mankind, but certainly what we see here in the United States. We're a very independent, strong-minded group of people. And when we get confronted with challenges, whether that's a pandemic flu, whether that's a hurricane or an earthquake, or whether that's COVID-19, I can guarantee that the best spirit of the American public will get us through that. I think we're going to get out of this COVID-19 challenge, and we're going to do fine.
Well, my producers are telling me that's all the time we have for this segment. Because now it's time to play...
Fauch or Slouch? When we heard that Dr. Anthony Fauci agreed to be on our little news show, we couldn't believe it. In fact, I still have my doubts. So we sent our crack team of private eyes, insurance adjusters, and retired NSA snoops to investigate every nook and cranny of Dr. Fauci's personal history. And developed 5 trivia questions that only the real Dr. F would know. So, will you submit to interrogate... do you want to play our quiz?
Oh my goodness. Of course, but I must tell you. Never mind, I'll do it. No excuses.
Excellent, let's begin. Anthony Fauci grew up in Brooklyn in the 1940s. So, if you are who you say you are no doubt familiar with the egg cream. In the classic egg cream recipe, what is the appropriate ratio of eggs to cream?
The appropriate ratio of eggs to cream. I would say 1 egg to 2 creams.
No, that's incorrect. A true egg cream contains neither eggs nor cream.
All right, you fooled me. Now, give me a chance to get back at you, okay? An egg cream is milk, seltzer, and chocolate syrup. That's an egg cream.
Impersonating a public health official is no laughing matter, sir, and you are 0 for 1. Moving on, Anthony Fauci attended Regis High School in New York City. The lyrics to that school's official song offer encouragement through difficult times. Complete the following verse from those lyrics. May ours be the noble heart, strong to endure.
Daring those roads be hard, but highways unsure.
It's actually roadways unsure.
Okay.
But we will accept it. Okay, you got 1 right, but come on, who doesn't know the Regis High anthem? Next question, and I must remind you, you are under oath. Anthony Fauci was a classics major in college, so he would certainly be familiar with the toys of the ancient world. Which of the following was invented in Bronze Age Greece? The kaleidoscope, the yo-yo, the slide whistle, or Captain Potato Pants?
The yo-yo.
That's correct, and you are now 2 for 3. Next question. Anthony Fauci, whom you claim to be, enjoys trout fishing. We would like you to name this essential fishing fly.
The person who takes me on fly fishing puts the fly on, and I never have an idea what you call it. So the answer is, I do not know.
A likely story, sir. It's a beaded prince nymph, and I tied this beauty myself. All right, heading into the final question, and you've got 2 right and 2 wrong. This is going to be a squeaker, folks.
Yeah.
According to Anthony Fauci's 1974 paper, The Effect of In Vivo Hydrocortisone on Subpopulations of Human Lymphocytes, how long after the administration of intravenous hydrocortisone did circulating lymphocytes return to their normal levels?
Well, they reached peak at 4 hours and returned by about 24 hours.
That is correct. Which means you really are the Fauci. Dr. Fauci. Oh, man, I really blew it.
Thank you for joining us, Dr. Fauci. And sorry about my co-host.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you. I actually enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Don't you think Tim did enough damage with his little stunt?
Okay, everybody who are watching the video, so it is a bit weird. Okay, so stop watching the video. Okay, so that is all we have for today's video. Do you want to see something?